Let's start with I don't know which station to start with. I really don't. Okay, Mendel on WABC is already, he wants to argue with me. So let's start with an Orthodox Jew who wants to argue. Go ahead, Mendel.
First of all, you made so many mistakes, too numerous for me to get into them one by one.
You know, I don't like you. You're the kind of person I detest. You're the reason that people don't like Jews in the world. Do you know that? What makes you think you're smarter than me?
Because when you said...
What makes you think an unknown schnook somewhere in Brooklyn with sponge cake in his beard smarter than me? What makes you think you're so smart?
When you said King Haman, you showed everybody that you don't know what you're talking about. There never was a King Haman. It was King Ahasuerus. Number two, the reason that...
Wait, what are you talking about? What is wrong with you? Don't you understand that your kind of small-minded hatred has produced prejudice in this country? Do you understand that your meanness produces hatred?
Yourself, you just... because you're...
I have just given you the history of the Jewish people and millions of others who listen to the show religiously. And just remember, loudmouth, the audience in any 15 minutes of this show is over 350,000 people in any 15-minute interval. Do you understand how big the audience is? So before you shoot your foul mouth off again, think about who you're talking to. You're not in the yeshiva berating students who have no chance to fight with you. What is the point of calling me? To tell me I'm wrong and you're right? Nobody knows you, Mendel. Nobody will ever know you, Mendel. The only thing you can give the audience right now is some sechel, which in Hebrew means wisdom. Give us some wisdom. Go ahead, Mendel.
Okay, number one, the first prophet was Adam, and then there was Eve, and then there was Abraham. Oh, there was Noah before them. You don't have to come all the way up to Ezekiel and the rest.
From your cult. Sorry, no cult videos on my show. No cult videos on the show. Do you have anything else to share with this large audience that's listening to you, Mendel?
Yeah, I'm going to share with you the reason for the Jewish people. The reason that they could never get rid of Israel is because God made the Jewish people his eternal people. There must be a Jewish people.
Yeah, all right, let me ask you something. You're so sure of that. Did you fight in the IDF?
I'm not born in Israel. I'm born here.
Well, why don't you go there and fight in the IDF if you believe that? You got a big mouth in Brooklyn, but you won't fight in the IDF. You let the other boys die for your beliefs.
The world that would destroy the Jews.
Why do you oppose fighting in the Israel Defense Forces if you're such an adamant, righteous Jew? Why? Why don't you go there and fight for them?
Before learning in the yeshiva, which fights.
I just asked you a question. Why don't you go there and join the IDF? What, you're too good for it?
No, it's because I'm good for.
And who is it that defends men like you, Mendel? Who is it has permitted men like you to live? Isn't it the secular Jew who you detest?
Not at all.
Who you spit on behind their backs?
I love all Jews because every single Jew is a child.
All right, take a walk. Now you understand some of the problems that we have in the world. You have throwbacks like this who think that every Jew is a what's the word I'm looking for? A promised, the word I'm looking for, a chosen person. Every Jew to a guy like him is a promised person. To him, Israel's the promised land. And he believes this with his heart and soul. And he goes to Israel and he goes to the ancient sites and he spits upon the secular Jews who don't follow the Orthodox laws, and yet it's the secular Jews who pay his travel, pay his way, pay for his yeshiva, and fight in the military. I'll be right back.
Join the Savage Nation. Call now, 855-400-SAVAGE, 855.